Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Google Pixel watch, the original watch, not the Pixel 2. I have recently upgraded to this watch about, 30 days ago, maybe even more. And I was using a Fitbit Versa 2 prior to this, and wanted to, well, my Fitbit actually got stuck on an infinite reboot and figured, well, it's time to maybe try a new watch, and so wanted to try out the Pixel. I picked this up on Amazon for under $150. I got it used. I'll put a link in the description to Amazon. You can get this watch directly from Google for a reduced price, directly on Amazon, but Amazon also usually has some previously used or returns basically, and sometimes you can get these a lot cheaper. I was really impressed with this one. It shipped actually in the original box. I was expecting just a watch to show up with a charger, but it actually was in perfect condition. So that was my first hurdle to getting one of these. I didn't want to pay $300+ for a smartwatch. So when I found that I could get it used and that Google was discounting the prior gen, that made it an easier decision for me. So how does this watch compare? I'm not going to be able to compare this to the Pixel Watch 2 because I don't have one. I know there's going to be some advances in that, but I wanted to understand, going from the Fitbit to the Pixel Watch, what were the things I was going to run into, what was going to be nice, what was going to be different. My biggest concern was battery, which I'll get to in just a second, but just real quick on the watch, I do like the watch overall, being using it, the watch face being customizable, where you can change all these elements to really make it whatever you want it to be. Easy swipe down for settings, swipe up for your notifications, and then you can swipe through all the different fitness apps, things like that, just by swiping left or right to move through those. So that's really intuitive, and you press the little crown button on the side and you can get to all apps. So that was the biggest benefit of this over a Fitbit band, especially like the Versa, is that it's fully integrated with Google. So if you have an Android phone, or specifically even a Pixel phone, like, I would 100% recommend moving to this. The integration is so much smoother. Text messages work so much better. All notifications work better. You can obviously control which notifications you want on your watch. I did like on the Fitbit how you didn't get all your notifications. The watch does a very good job, I believe, at kind of adjusting the notification vibration depending on the notification. So I get a good feel for when a text message is coming in versus some other notification. And I also turn off a lot of my other notifications that I don't need here, or even on the phone. So overall, I've been happy with it. I was kind of nervous moving from a Fitbit to a Google Watch, thinking it's going to just be overloaded with features I don't need. I'll say I don't think that was the case. I actually find it a very smooth, clean process. I did replace the band. I'm not a big fan of the, I'll call it plastic. It's not plastic. It's a nice material, but I like a leather band. Obviously, it's fake leather, but something a little more stylish that goes with it, so it looks more like a nice watch. So I picked up this band on Amazon as well. It installs right in there. Installing any new bands, super easy. So overall, again, great watch. The battery life, that was my big one. Going from a Fitbit Versa 2, which could get you 5 to 7 days worth of battery life, and moving to this that I knew was going to be around 24 hours. What I have found works best for me, although took a little while to get into the habit, because I do use this for sleep tracking. That was the other thing with the Fitbit 2. I wanted to make sure I had good sleep tracking. And so that works great. It actually, what I like about the Pixel is it integrates 100% into the Fitbit app, which was a huge plus for me, because being a Fitbit user, I didn't want to lose all of that history in Fitbit. And so I was afraid there was going to be a Google Health app that I would have to download and lose everything. But this works perfectly with the Fitbit app that you would already have if you're moving from a Fitbit. You just add it as a second watch and all your information carries on. Tracks my sleep just fine. Tracks my sleep automatically, just like the Fitbit. Tracks my exercises automatically, just like my Fitbit. So the transition was perfect. The only thing that changed is I got more features with the Pixel Watch, and honestly, at the great price it is right now because it's the last gen, it's a no-brainer upgrade for me. All right, back to the battery. You plug it in when you wake up. I wake up, get a cup of coffee, sit down at my desk, have my charger right there. I take it off, put it there as part of my morning routine to just let it sit there and charge for an hour or so in the morning till it's topped up. Put it back on my wrist, and it's good easily until that next morning. Now, if you used it super heavily, like took a phone call on it, maybe that battery's going to drain a little quicker. But I do find that I can get more than a day out of it without issue. So if I miss that morning charging, I can typically charge it again, you know, in that evening, top it up for 10-15 minutes before I go to bed. That's enough to get me through the night. I find it uses very little battery overnight while you're sleeping, which is good. So the sleep tracking doesn't take much. It's more during the day when you're getting notifications. So that's how I got around the battery issue. Is it inconvenient? Maybe. But you have to charge everything, right? So making it part of your morning routine, if you grab a cup of coffee, put your charger next to your coffee maker. You know, like you just got to find the place to put that charger if you're a person who wants to wear it all the time. If you're not a person who wears a smartwatch all the time, then it's easy just when you're not wearing it, charge it. But for me, I like it on constantly for monitoring everything, including my sleep every night. So that's the best way I found around that. So, bit of a ramble, but I figured there might be a lot of people out there that are using Fitbit that are considering a new watch, maybe the Pixel Watch. Like I said, if you have an Android, go for it. I think it's a great experience. If you've been using Fitbit and you're looking for an upgrade, a new watch, it's been a great experience for me. I think it's much cleaner visually, software wise, and like I said, the only downside I've seen is the battery life, which I've got over pretty quick. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you all have a great day.